Hey, Pasa Mufaso. It's that screenwriter, director, producer, Walt Diddy. I'm saluting you and welcome you on the late night. You're on the late night, and not only is the late night, it is 12:24 in the AM. I have the breaking news. The breaking news. Did you know? Did you know? Black folks, chocolate, ADOS. I don't care what you call yourself in these YouTube streets, Twitch, wherever you may be, even if you're on D Live, because we're streaming live right now on all those platforms. You're in trouble. You are in trouble. But before we get into that, this episode on the late night of Walt Diddy from the breaking news cam, my movie Justice Through Redemption. She uses lies and manipulation to seduce a low-level private investigator. Robert Redden to the one night stand is going to forever change his life. Now, you have me in said algorithm. We all know this man space. Why the hell does the filmmaker does not get any support? I do not know these things. It does not matter. Shout out to you for being here when you come in. Do Walt Diddy just one favor. I no ask for your money. I no ask for any fedia moolah. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see the other side of this here sector. There's other people that have something to say that's informative, articulate, and just swaggerific. Walt Diddy one of them people. By now, you got to be wondering. I know you're wondering, what you talking about, Walt Diddy? What you talking about, Walt Diddy? Well, you don't know what you talking about, Walt Diddy. Cam, and I told you I got the breaking news. Goodbye, middle class. Goodbye, middle class. Right now, there is a live stream panel to nowhere. They are debating whether a woman submit. Who is leading said chocolate ADOS community? Money, 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 money. Tricking, Kevin Samuels, you name it. Even you vanilla people, y'all got your own version of this. You do. I'm sorry. You do. Here's what you're not talking about. The economics. The great late Ronaldo Ray said it in House Party 3, which was not a good movie, but it had its moments. Bernie Mac's moment. Fuck him against the wall. Great moment. Ronaldo Ray told you pimps, players, hustlers, chocolate, vanilla, caramel, tapioca, men and women, something that was very, very important. He said, and I quote, "There ain't no romance without finance." There ain't these sectors of YouTube without finance. We're going to get to that in the conversation. You're going to see why I put a chocolate young lady on set cover in tears, and you're going to find out why I am sane. And I'm going to give you facts. I don't lean on my own understanding or opinions on this show. That's for you other guys. To fake it till you make it, your opinions, blah, 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 blah. Before I get too far, let me get into some very important information. With me, as always, is Dr. Red Pill, Bearstein, and over this shoulder, the #1 home from the UK hood. That's right, Wellington, Pumpernickel. Got the headphones on. I got my earpiece in. They talking to me. That's how I give you this game. Back to situation at hand. What you talking about, Walt Diddy? Why you got that black woman on here? Y'all men in these spaces always talking about women. No, the hell I don't. You don't come over here and watch my content. No, I don't. I don't care what you do with your cookie. It's your cookie. If you're giving me a bite of cookie, I got a house said cookie and or support said cookie. Hell, I'm going to debate that. We're going to talk. Goodbye, middle class. We have a lot of information. Before we do that, let's take a quick look in the chat. We're just warming up. I'm the type of show that's not going to get pushed out too much. I'm not really favored in the algorithm, but I will be making a standalone pre-recorded for this conversation. Goodbye, middle class. Chocolate people, you're going broke. Your favorite YouTuber that depends on your super chat or Cash App, he or she may be going broke if they are not heeding these warnings. Now, there's an exception to the rule. The rule is going to make the exception. They are your favorite content creators, entertainers, whatever you want to label he or she, that is savvy to the information I'm about to share with you and has made set preparations. Then there's that everyday YouTuber that might be in trouble. It's that everyday chase the bag woman. She gonna be in trouble. You, Mr. I got so much game in my new car, I'm financing it. You gonna be in trouble. Mr. I'm unemployed, just finding my way. You in trouble. To you on the street corner, spinning the block, you just gonna get it how you live and get it out the street. As Sweet Daddy Williams told JJ when Keith was walking down the aisle and JJ accidentally broke his leg and he couldn't go to the play for the Chicago Bears. JJ, my man, you in trouble. Street, my man, street man, you in trouble. Without further ado, let's get into some of said information. All right, let's put all this into context. You see where we're going with it as of right now. See it and I see it. I'm saying goodbye to the middle class. It is gone and it's going to affect the chocolate community in a more fierce way. It's going to do it. It's going to do it. I'm sorry to tell you these things. Your favorite content creator is not being forthright with you. The economic collapse will destroy African Americans, Black people, whatever you want to call yourselves. There is no alpha in your way out of this said situation. There is no getting online talking about people broke and dusty, what she's doing, what he's doing. There's no Democrat, Republican that's going to help you. There is no social justice warriorism that's going to help you. There is no isms, racism, feminism, not going to help you. All right. So this is a stream, a show, and a conversation that you should like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share this stream. It's going to keep your aunt, uncle, mama, daddy out of your damn pocket. I'm trying to help somebody. And that's what we're going to do right now. As mentioned before, here on the Walt Diddy show, we lean ye not on my understanding. I listened to my uncles, the Doobie Brothers, who said, what a fool believes, he sees. No wise man has the power to reason away. And love may come and love may go. Let's get right into it. Wham. You probably aware of this, right? Take a good look at this, ladies and gentlemen. What you see right there are headlines. I did not write them. Your favorite content creator did not write them. First thing that we know that is very, very prevalent is you've heard about the supply chain shortage, right? Supply chain shortage. Here's the headline that's hitting everybody right now. Inflation. I don't care if you make six figures or 33 cents a week, the prices of everything has increased. You can noticeably see that. It does not matter who she's dating, if she's hit the wall. Sir, it does not matter if you are a alpha, beta, pimp, strong, weak. Gases went up. We can all agree to that. We can all agree the price of commodities has went up. Wheat, soybeans, gold, silver, clean water to drink. I think we can all agree to that. It does not matter if you are a Republican or a Democrat. I think, has that T-bone steak went up, sir? Sir? Ma'am, did Dollar Tree not go from 99 cent to $1 items to $1.25? I think we can all agree to that. So what you're seeing is Google headlines. I didn't write them. You didn't write them. LeBron James didn't write them. Black Lives Matter did it. Antifa, Republicans, Donald Trump. None of them wrote this shit. First thing you're seeing that where the conversation, whether it's in the barbershop or wherever you are, you frequent your church, your synagogues, wherever, we've been talking about the price. Prices are going up. Right? Gas prices, everything is going up. So inflation is on the tip of our tongues. What we're doing now, we're going to cover what we already know. The give me's, the pink elephants in the room, the captain, obvious. Supply chain issues. Everyone from the president to Steve Harvey to Garth Brooks, even Ozzy Osbourne, if you could get him to talk nowadays, will tell you that there is a supply chain issue. Things on Amazon and our favorite shopping sites They can get it to you in 2 days. Certain items, like, wait a minute, that's going to take a little longer, dude. Sitting out there on a boat, don't know when the boat coming in the port. We've heard about supply chain issues. We even heard economists, whether he's chocolate, vanilla, tapioca, Napoleon, just in case he's mixed with something that we don't know of, him, her, non-binary, it does not matter, has attributed said supply chain shortages to said rising prices. You've heard of this. We can all agree. To hell where it came from, we've heard that conversation. Let's move along. So now we're going to find out why. Why the coming economic collapse is going to destroy the middle class, African Americans, chocolate. You will begin to feel this first. Starting this summer, into September, into election season, 2023 will be horrible. Pain is coming. You can go back to my pre-recorders. I told you, I got this line, and it's just simple thinking from the very first Doctor Strange movie. Remember when the brother told Doctor Strange, check always come due. Go to your favorite restaurant, sit down and eat. Somebody gonna bring you a damn check, and they expect it paid. Let's move on. First thing is in the topic of conversation, except for you chocolate people, you high value men, all you guys that know so much, you have all the game, evidently no economic game. Inflation's at the tip of our tongue. Not in these chocolate or entertainment based, because this is a scientific stream, a how-to stream. That conversation is yet to come to the forefront. It will. Inflation. Secondly, supply chain. You felt it. From ordering your favorite pair of Jordans to your hunting knives to your fake camel toes that you guys and girls wear. You know what I'm talking about. Taking a little longer to get here. Let's heat it up a little bit. If you're coming in, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You see I'm in this very sector that goes, oh, nobody comes over here to get the balance. Oh, gosh. Let's stop there for a minute. Inflation is already know. We know that. We can all agree. There's no debate. Whether you're broke and dusty saying it, or whether you're rich. Whether your lace front is nappy, or your lace front is elegant. No matter, ma'am, I'm talking to you vanilla women, your extensions, as you would call them, are a little blonder than hers. It's not going to matter. We all can agree on inflation. We can all see from the shelves to our ordering habits online, there's a supply chain shortage. Speaking of supply chain, we've always had, for the last 50 years, a just-in-time supply chain. How do I know? 10 years logistics manager for Walmart Stores Incorporated at the distribution level. Now I'm in manufacturing of bread. We'll get back to that bread in a minute. We can all agree on inflation. We can all agree, something wrong with the supply chain, which leads to number 3 on our list. Number 3 on why the coming economic collapse is going to destroy African American, Black, ADOS, wherever the hell you want to call yourself, people. Supply chain shortages lead to food shortages. What else could lead to the lack of food production? Well, let's go back to last year. 2 years ago, there was a health scare crisis. Slowed down the manufacturing of food from the West Coast to the Midwest. Food that would normally be sold and eaten fell to the ground rot. Let's move up to just past last year. California and over half the country experienced the worst drought in the history of the nation. Walt Diddy also have done that research and the videos in the archives. Did you know that? Of course not. You're worrying about if her hair is real, who she's dating, if she's a single mother, how old she is. Ma'am, you're worrying about how much money you make, blah, 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 blah. Hell, you 5'2", 474 pounds, 5 baby daddies, 10 kids. You get where I'm going with this? None of it makes sense, just like that story didn't. Stay with me. What else is in these food shortages? A lot of you Men and women have your favorite pets, whether it's your cute little puppy or your dog, your kitty cat that you play with, and evidently don't say that, Walt Diddy. Anyway, go to your local Walmarts or grocery stores. Those cans of pet food. Now what's going on? The conflict that we have in the East that we hear about every day. Did you know where the hammer and the sickle, it stands for hard work. Hammer to build stuff, the sickle is to chop what? Wheat. What does that place supply to the whole world? You guessed it. Fertilizer. So, fertilizers are not going to farms to plant ahead. We have a just-in-time supply of everything, from food to water to everything. Not on time, just in time. These are facts. Google it. Your favorite YouTuber who knows so damn much, not telling you this. He has kids and baby mamas and all this stuff too. I'll get back to that. Food shortages. How could that intensify, and how, Walt Diddy, what you talking about, Walt Diddy? How is that gonna affect me? I'm a high value man. How is that gonna affect me? I got my degrees. I work in the office. Stay with me. It gets worse. This is the news that you men, Walt Diddy don't have no baby mamas or no kids to feed. Walt Diddy is not married. Walt Diddy do not chase them. He'll replace them. Sorry, I don't mean no animosity or malice. Stay with me. Look and let me let that run. From the great state of Missouri to the great state of Kansas to the great state of Ohio, Tennessee, surrounding state after state, there is a bird going around. Why do you bring this up, Walt Diddy? Well, if you're chocolate like me, and if you grew up like me, and to you vanilla people that love chicken nuggets, what is the number one protein that you think is absorbed by human beings? I would guess chicken. I would guess chicken. What is one of the most economical foods to feed your family, ma'am? You got your degree. You make $80,000 a year. Congratulations. You also have 2-3 kids. You got to fucking feed them. Chicken. Well, there's the chicken breast you can buy in the frozen. They have the hundreds of thousands they are euthanizing that would be on your dinner plate at the restaurant, at the school. What do you feed a kid at school other than some pizza? That's right, a chicken sandwich. Who doesn't love them? You people that stand in line, drive through at Chick-fil-A, they don't let you come in too much. So just to recap, make sure you like and share this. I am sick and tired of all of us getting labeled, of caring about what you doing with your meaningless relationships, when there's bigger things at stake, as far as, hey, you want to eat, or you worrying about what she gonna do with her kitty that's hers? Ma'am, do you want to eat, or do you want to care about if that dude over there that you ain't dealing with, you do not want, is broken dusty? Stay with me. Number one. We can all agree there's inflation. Prices has risen. I'm spending so much extra. It's costing me $30 every 2-3 days to commute to work. How about you, ma'am? How about you, sir? Number two, we know for a fact there's an absolute supply chain shortage. Google it. We do not live in our own time supply chain in the United States of America here in the West. It is just in time. It came just in time, so I ain't got to go out of business. It came just in time so we can get this order out. That's what I'm telling you. This is facts. On this show, this man, Walt Diddy, does not lean on his own understanding. I realize I know some things, but I like a second opinion, and one that's been there, done that, and smarter than me. Here go many. There is a bird, to add to those. We're not done yet. I'm telling you, the economic collapse that is right here in front of you that is not being talked about because y'all worried about what other men are saying, what he doing, what they met up with. Nothing. They're collecting your money, saving it, and they know these things I'm telling you. Pay attention. The next thing that you should be very, very concerned about is dum da dum dum. I'm not even gonna say it. Don't say it in the chat. Anybody say it in the chat, eliminate them. That's real. They're not. This society cannot handle what happened in 2019 and 20 again, but it's going to. Do you understand? It's right there. Where now, no, this is a sensitive subject to talk about here on the tube, but at least you can show and let somebody think, men thinking men. I am trying to help you. This will destroy damn near every sector remaining that chocolate and you poor vanilla people occupy. You driving your truck? Well, congratulations. You're going to drive it to places that's no longer going to be in business. The first time in 2019, 2020, you got them extra $600, didn't you? You got $1,200, didn't you? You won't this time. It's not being talked about. It will never pass. You will suffer. Single mom, you make $80,000 a year. Sir, don't. I'm talking to you too, Mr. Six Figures. You're going to have to do it from home while making sure Junior, Lisa, Devontae, Enrique, Hector, Juan, Hakeem, Brad, and little Amy doing the homework. Why? Because this will ensure there are such thing as teachers union. They're not going to come, and you can't make them. They gave you the test run the first time. You should have listened. Break that down instead of who's dating who's running a community when there ain't no damn community. There is none. No vanilla communities. There's none. They're all linked together, and they did it right in front of us. Walt Diddy too. Look at what's going on. Are you paying attention? It is the dominant health. It's the dominant sanitation crisis to come. What has Joe showed us that he will do? What has your favorite governor, he or she, showed you what they're going to do? I'm here to tell you the coming collapse will destroy the middle class for chocolate, black, ADOS, African American, whatever the hell you're calling yourselves. And it's been right there. While we chose to discuss what Tasha K and Cardi, I'm guilty too, but damn it, I'm giving you the information now. I'll be in the chat momentarily. We're not done. What else could do this? That is the International Energy Agency. You, Mr. PhD, you, Mr. Lawyer, have you not heard of this? Walt Diddy, the Pookie has to educate you? Damn right, I'll do it. Take a look. What you talking about, Walt Diddy? Emergency measures can quickly cut global oil demand by 2.7 million barrels a day, reducing the risk of damaging supply crunch. Reducing risk of damaging supply crunch. We got to go back to the place with the hammer and the sickle. The hammer is for hard work building things, and that sickle, it represents hard work. I ain't on no side, but I'm just telling you what that, don't let it scare you. Back in the day, my grandpa, I remember out there with the sickle, cutting corn stalks, anyway. Look down in the corner with the conflict resulting in lower supplies to oil markets ahead of peak demand season. Summertime. Hot girl summertime. Wait for it. IEA, which is the International Energy Administration Agency, whatever you want to call them, 10-point plan proposes action to ease strains and price plans. If you know anything about my man Klaus Schwab and all those guys, this real shit. Ain't no conspiracy, it's real shit. I done told you who they are. But if you're wondering, which I'm sure you should be, exactly what the hell is said agency? Who could be members of these said agencies? That came from their website, so you can say, Walt Diddy making up things. No, you own what you talking about, Walt Diddy. And we're talking about this. Let's go on. Who could be members of said agency? What regions? Countries and regions. What kind of countries could we be talking about? Oh gosh, we're talking about Africa. We're talking about Asia, the Pacific, the Americas, everywhere. This must be big. Now, if you go to said website, it says members. Like you the members of the Elks Lodge, you the member of this, you member your fraternities, and all these good things. I wonder is the United States a member? Chocolate people, middle class, $80,000 a year working in the office. What, AI bot is ready to sit your ass down in retirement? Yep, United States happen to be there. So I wonder, let's go back. What could be part of this 10-point plan? Let's take a look. Number one, reduce the speed limit. For you youngsters out there, it wasn't always 65, 70. 40 years ago or more, about 45 years ago, when peak oil happened, when Nixon did something that you should study, chocolate people, and they call price controls. You're going to see it either the back half of this year or 2023. Walt Diddy told you that, the Pookie, not you smart guys, because y'all weren't about hoes. Reduce the speed limit by 10 miles an hour. A little bit more congestion now, right? This is what their recommendation is, because they're all members to every country in the damn world almost. It's got a big economy. You've seen on the list. Work from home. 3 days a week, much as possible. Look at number 3. Car-free Sundays. Are you noticing vanilla, chocolate, tapioca been around the world? I don't care what color you are. Things seem to be closing a little earlier now. Your pharmacists, your restaurants. Walmart never came back to 24/7. Did you notice that? Your grocery store did not come back to 24/7. Did you notice that? No, of course not. You're on a panel right now debating women that don't want you. You wonder, is that really just for X? I don't know. I've never been to a show. I'm one of the rare ones. That's why y'all don't know Walt Diddy. Probably I don't go around the shenanigans. But there's a laundry list. Electric cars is on the list. But let's continue. That information came from the IEA, International Energy Agency, Association, whatever the hell they is. That's real. Let's continue, because I don't think you're getting the message yet. We about there. This is what your government knows. Marcus Aurelius said this, and I'm going to paraphrase it. For all of you, I'm so pro-black. I'm so conservative. I'm in the mountain. I'm getting off the grid. I ain't dealing with the government. If you don't, you are ruled by your inferiors. We are ruled by our inferiors. I used to fall victim of that too. I did not realize getting involved with politics. Ain't you going to pull no lever? Money, 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 money. I give you money, you get done what I need you to get done, this group, and I influence. Well, chocolate people, we missed the boat on that. Ladies, while you gave your money to get a better job, the other side, who is the tech guys, taking your damn job and your money. Ain't that ironic? Sir, you have value, man, because you evidently in this space, you don't own your own damn business. I like to work for you. Hell, I'd rather work for you. You get what I'm saying? No, you don't. AI gonna get you too. We used to talk about these things. How permanent daylight savings time would change sunrise and sometimes. Why in the hell are you bringing this up, Walt Diddy? What you talking about, Walt Diddy? From the Washington Post. I'm glad. He told me to tell you thank you. He's glad you asked. Shout out to you, Dr. Red Pill. This has been unanimously voted upon and agreed to by the Senate. All 100 senators, male, female, that's right, Lindsey Graham. Hey man, Dr. Bishop Raphael Warner said amen to it. Your state, my state, to keep daylight saving time as it is. Where are you going with this, Walt Diddy? I'm glad you asked. Why, he's having a panel right now giving you advice about women he don't qualify for. I'm giving you something possibly save you and your family's life. Fool, check this out. If I just told you, and there it is right there, read it for yourself, 100 of our senators, 2 from every state, unanimously agreed. When the hell do they unanimously agree to keep daylight savings time as it is now? What does that do to us? 1, it adds on to the inflation, supply chain shortages. What else is it going to do? It's right, the food shortage. The new sanitary outbreak that's surely going to shut the place down. And now we're going to play with the time. Why is that important, Walt Diddy? Do I have to do everything? Yes, I will. It does not matter because it's my show. Let's get to right there, and I'm going to show you what it means. It means that you kill industry, and they're going to put pressure on you to stay at home, ma'am. Why? From November to March, it will not become daylight here in North Carolina, where I'm at, to 8:30 a.m. Can you see? It's hard enough during that time to be able to take the risk of your 10, 12, 13-year-old at the damn bus stop. The sun will not rise to 8:30. What else happens? November, December, January, February. Okay, into February, where I'm at, till March gives the construction guy the early start. The sun will be up. What else does it do? It forces you to start your day later. I'm a trucker. I'm a this, I'm a that. To work later. Your Senate unanimously, and I think there it is. Take a look. Take a look. From November, from the winter until it breaks stream, from late autumn to winter, from November to March, in Atlanta, sunrise will be at 8:43 a.m. That sounds like nothing, right? Try it. Try it. How do you manage Junior, Devontae, Enrique, Kimberly, Ashley, Lamont? Miss $80,000 a year? That's why you're on the cover. Listen, I ain't taking no shots that you're doing for what you do. I manage at a bakery, some of the hardest workers, all you chocolate sisters. But you also run the household by yourself. How the hell do you manage? Those are the peak of the school years. School months. November, December, you get a short break. February, March. That is a long time. From November to damn near April, it will not become daylight until 8:43 a.m. So how in the hell does that help things? I'm telling you, it's foreshadowing. The buses ain't going to run 3 days a week. You're going to teach them. Do you understand? This is facts. Mr. PhD, you didn't know this? Mr. Lawyer, you didn't know this. You make all this money. You didn't know this. Kevin Samuels didn't tell you this? What municipalities and cities need that many buses carrying kids, moms and dads in the dark at the damn school dropping off kids? Do you think they see a little something coming down the pike? Make that make sense to me. Mostly around the year, collectively does not go back to school till September. You're just getting warm in November. Well, November is, in December, sure you get that 1 week for Christmas, couple days for Thanksgiving, but stay with me. Do you think they have not thought that, this is the answer, not the plan? The answer is mom, dad, soccer moms. I want you to look at Seattle, Washington. Once that time changes, it is not daylight from November to March to 8:57 a.m. What the hell are you going to do with that extra hour to the back half of the sunshine? Because time don't change. Still 24 hours. Still got to go to bed. You get what I'm saying? Throw that on top of things, right? And we're about to wrap this up with the last thing. During that inflation, Jerome Powell, who is the chairman of the Federal Reserve, has raised interest hikes. What does that do? Well, it's going to affect your mortgages on top of the fact that forbearance has been up. A lot of things have been up. Rent assistance has been up. There's a rising cost of SNAP. Those are just a few of the issues. Those are just a few of the molehills that's going to be mountains. Those are the issues that you will not hear on your favorite news broadcasts. CNN, all them boys, MSNBC, Fox, none of them. That's the things you have to be a little crafty to get and be doing a little bit of research other than the entertainment. The Real Housewives of New York are not going to help you. Those are vanilla women, I think. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, chocolate, they're not going to help you. You will not get this information on ESPN, sir. No, you will not. NASCAR today is not going to help you out with this. Kim Kardashian West, Kanye, or the emu himself, Kim, the sight of Pete Davidson will repulse her. Guys, you got no game. Anyway, they're not going to be speaking about these things. So just to recap, let's go to the chat real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Sometimes it comes through late. Shout out to everybody. We finna go through the chat. Shout out to, I'm about to get some certifications and hopefully avoid this. Shout out to you, Fud Man. Big up to Queena. How you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. You on the late night with Walt Diddy, Queena. You are the greatest. Shout out to you. There goes Cindy. Diddy, I love your Doobie Brothers singing. Cackling self. It's more than a Dollar Tree. It is. $1.25. I ought to be ashamed of them damn selves. Shout out to NC Worker. He's in NC. I'm in NC. Prices going up. Not coming down. There's no plan. There's no plan. Let's go through here a bit. Shout out to the #1 member and supporter of the Walt Diddy Show. That is Double M Matt McKee. West Coast, what do you think? On 100 senators, the upper chamber have unanimously, when the hell did they unanimously vote together on anything to keep daylight savings time here? Why? You're actually going to be at home. You're going to be at home. You're going to be at home. I mean, I'm not a... Quinn says, I have grandchildren in school and they take the bus. You see what I'm saying? Go Google it. If the Senate 100 agreed and AOC and them girls, they ain't gonna see nothing wrong with shit either. Passed. They control it. Passed. I'm trying to help you. Just to recap, I want to recap this one more time so you know what I'm saying. This applies to any demographic, but I'm saying that the common economic collapse is definitely going to destroy chocolate people like me, and a lot of, and most times, I'm gonna say most times, it's no fault of your own by yourself that you running a family by yourself, ma'am. I'm not here to kick rocks at you. I really don't, you know what I'm saying? If you want my high up, my advice, that's something different. But me just throwing out my opinions, ain't gonna have nothing. But it would encourage you to think about is the list that I just gave you that we're gonna run through real quickly. And these are headlines where you can do your own research. Do your own research. I don't ask you for anything but a like on this channel. And let's take a look through the list one more time, right? Okay, first thing on our list is we've all know about and can agree there's inflation. From the Fed Chairman of the United States of America, wink, wink, to the president, to your favorite talk show, probably even your favorite rapper, country singer, whoever, it does not matter, has, hey, price is going up. What the hell's going on? So we can all agree that there's inflation. So that's the first opportunity that's going to destroy chocolate Americanness, and the collapse is here. It's already been set in stone. Heed the warnings. Heed the warnings. Take a look at things. This is a supply chain issue. You've heard no one tell you that it's better. It's worse. I'm telling you from 10 years as a logistics manager at Walmart Stores Incorporated and distribution all over the country and other distribution centers from California to Florida, Texas, in between. We have a just-in-time supply chain. Not in time, not advanced time, just in time. Just in time for the company to fill the order, just in time for this, and just in time. That has been broken. The next thing that is surely coming to a head, you see it right there. The real reason there's food shortages. The country with the flag, got the hammer and sickle on it, supplies the world's fertilizer, and the other country that they're in conflict with is the breadbasket of Europe and most of the world, 30 to 40% of the grains and wheats. Do you understand what I'm saying? The price of fertilizer is so high, it's putting the regular farmer out of business. It's causing super inflation to foods. Why? Because you need that fertilizer to get a higher yield to feed our abundant appetites. Mine, yours, it does not matter. One of the major crops that's being affected, do your research, is corn. Corn is in everything. Why? How do you know that? High fructose corn syrup. Think about these things. That's on the back. It's going to be a major key. Did you know right now there is a bird, achoo, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida. It's North Carolina. It's one of the biggest GDPs in the state of North Carolina, poultry. Look, let it run. This is information. When you come to places like you're on these platforms, shout out to everybody that's watching live on Twitter, DLive, YouTube, Twitch. Shout out to you. Support me here. I'm giving you information that you don't have to go out and get. First, be careful of consuming. And second, that's one of the most affordable, economical, and most common proteins that the average household has, the middle class household. You know you can do more than less with some of that bird. Queen, talk to me. That's on the horizon and getting worse. This is huge. I'm not going to say it. Please don't type it in the chat or in the comment section if you're watching on the replay. Leave it alone. Just read. The next form of the sanitation crisis, they are foreshadowing it now. Let it roll, Walt Diddy, no problem. It's right there in front of your face. Do you remember how hard it was for you? Ma'am, you was a good wife. He walked out. Ma'am, you just wanted to chase the bag, you cut him off. It does not matter. You're running your household. Everything has been good to all this inflation, to all these supply chain shortages, to the rising cost of food and gas. What do you think a worse version of the sanitary crisis outbreak that's right there in front of your face? You're not going to get that on Love and Hip Hop. No. Lizzo and your no, not even the Queen Bee herself B. None of them going to be talking about this. Think about yourself and your family. I know you got poked. Hell, has that worked? I don't know. You tell me. If you do not know, the IEA, International The whole world in his hands. I don't know where it came from, but it did. They have sent out to all their members, which the United States is one of the member countries, emergency measures can quickly cut global oil demand by 2.7 million barrels a day, reducing the risk of damaging supply crunch. Read down further. The place, the flag, hammer and sickle, and the other flag, this yellow and blue, result in lower supplies to oil markets ahead of peak demand season. Huh? Summertime. That's right, summertime. Summer bun is driving crazy. Can't wait. California girls, so denial. You know what I'm saying? These summer songs. Get on your bikinis. That's right. But the IE has a 10-point plan to combat that. If you wonder who the IE, there it is. There you go. Search it for yourself. If you're wondering if the United States of America is a said member, let it roll. Let it roll down there. Roll it. Walt Diddy, roll it. There it is. Give yourself a 100 and a percent sign if you said, there it is. The United States is a membering country. I do believe I'm going to highlight that. So there it is. Yes. So that's what they are. The 10-point plan, which is best going to be believed and championed by Mr. He got more votes than anybody in the history of ever, Joe Biden. Number one is to reduce the speed limits, where you can do 70, 65, it'll go down to 60, 60 and 55, probably 55 across the way. Growing up as a kid, going across the country or going to DC, most of your interstates were 55 gas consumption. Now, I will tell you this, it's gonna cost you more driving 65, 70 than 55. The person behind you, trust me, they do it to me all the time. They're gonna be pretty pissed, but that's another video. Also on the list, and I'm reading so you don't have to, work from home. Which makes sense because I just told you, make sure you're paying attention on the foreshadowing and what's going to happen in lockdown 2.0 for this upcoming sanitation crisis. Anyhow, 50 million of them already locked down. Pay close attention. Also, electric cars and other things on that list. And to round things all out, your senator and mine, that's right, from Mitch McConnell all the way down to one of them chocolate brothers, Raphael Warren. He did it. Elizabeth Warren, no problem, yes. Your boy Hawley that y'all love, yes, he did too. Marsha Blackburn, she did it. Lindsey Graham, absolute. Chuck Schumer, you better damn believe it. Cory Booker had his name on it. 100 senators have voted and sent the bill to your favorite congressman or woman or person or non-binary, whatever they go by. Permanent daylight savings time. 100 senators at this point in time in history and everything that's going on. Right, we struggling every which way but loose. All unanimously agreed. They can't unanimously agree that, ma'am, you may need some help in your household, sir, whatever. They cannot unanimously agree that, hey, man, this meth and everything else is taking over. We got to do something. They cannot unanimously agree that, wait a minute, we robbing the American people. But 100 unanimously agreed, that's right, to keep daylight saving time as it is. And I know what you're wondering. What you talking about, Walt Diddy? What they got to do with anything? Well, let's take a damn look. Let's take a look. I blew it up right about shaboing. Time stays as it is right now. From November to March, it shall not reach daylight in hot Atlanta. Club 112, Buckhead, Tetwood, Bankhead Bounce, Outcast. That's right. Sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Won't get daylight till 8:43. 8:43 a.m. So Atlanta, Charlotte, same thing, same thing. That's where I'm at. 8:43 a.m. from November to about the end of March, because March is a 5-week month. Trust me, I get paid 5 times this month. I've been keeping up. Tell me, Mom, you're doing a great job. Hell, you paying for that house yourself. I know you don't get no help. I believe you. My daddy didn't think about child support either. That's another video. I've made it and said it so many damn times, I don't know what to do. Keep this in mind. What the hell is your plan? Now, it don't get daylight to 8:43 p.m. It's hard enough trying to take him to ass to school if that's what you do, and the sun barely just coming up. What they gonna do with school? They gonna push it back to 9? Working 9 to 5. God, I've been on a hit roll. That's Dolly Parton. Great movie too. You should learn something. What a way to make living. That was a good movie. I did watch it. I'm sorry. I was at Grandma's house one day. It was on. She fell asleep. Hell, I don't know, reclined in Papa's chair that I should not be in, but hell, he wasn't there. It was a good movie. 8:43. I know what you're thinking. Mr. Antifa drone. You got like, you can sleep in, bro. From November to March. That's 1 year going into the next year. November, December, January, February, March. It will be daylight on the West Coast and the Pacific Northwest. Home of Sir Mix-a-Lot. My pussy's on Broadway. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Well, he'll see them big butts at 8:57 a.m. The sun will be coming up just barely. So, Mr. Mix-a-Lot, you may want to wait till about 9:20 to get a clear vision of them big butts. I like them too. How does that help anything? How does that help anything, ladies and gentlemen? You add up all those things and countless others that I did not mention because we do not have enough time. This economic collapse, these interest rate hikes will force lenders to bring back credit. There's going to be some that gets mails. Hey, can't even extend you no more credit. Hey, we're reducing your credit limit. You know how some like to rob Peter to pay Paul? Companies. Have you ever heard of a zombie company, ladies? You may be working for one. I could be working for one. They're not going to get cheap money anymore. They're going to have to pay interest on their money. Rate hikes. Already high inflation. They create the inflation and they create the rate hikes. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on DLive, Twitch, I appreciate you. I salute you. If you're watching on this replay, continue to watch. Perhaps you're learning something. I know I am. Chocolate America, pay close attention. By your own admissions, we have less as a collective, blah, 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 blah. How does that get any better? How does debating, dating, mating, relationships, and stupidity, it's going to hurt you? Those that live in that type of world, the donation, live show world, will feel it first. You'll feel it first. Gas already goes up during those peak vacation seasons. So it seems to me, and it seems to you, so I mentioned earlier in the show, have you noticed that your local community, your city is starting to shut down a little bit earlier? How about your Walgreens, your CVS, your Walmart, your Target, your grocery stores? How long do they stay open now? I could have easily put in the Great Resignation, right? There's a lot of millennials and zillennials that has figured it out. Ain't no damn chance in hell they gonna work nowhere. 15, 20, 30 years, get no gold watch and retire. That is out of the question. The powers that be have already hacked our brains with algorithms. You can easily, if you do the research with Boston Dynamics, Japan, they have full transformation kits where you can put on believable wearable skin. Your male, female extremities, you can hide and easily tuck that away with their technologies. There's robots that actually do what we do now. So it's something to think about. It's not to scare anyone, but there is a collapse coming. The check is coming due. And unfortunately, in this collapse, with the soon and predictable, anything that happens will not go through Congress and the Senate for quite a while. For one, these confirmations of the chocolate sister they're going to put on Front Street, and her dirty laundry will do its job to get the defense where it needs to be and the opposition to keep you divided so you don't study what's really going on. She shall be confirmed. That's nothing. It means nothing, and it has nothing to do with the balance of power. Also, and the most important thing, that any legislation that's going to give stimulus, there's not going to be any more stimulus. The check has come due. I challenge anyone to study these three things, and you will be able to relate. Number one, Google price controls, Richard Nixon, go down the rabbit trail. And I'm talking about, and you'll see old things from Walter Cronkite, Dan Rather, those type of things. I don't mean going in the lane of any conspiracies. No. The second thing I want you to do, here's your homework. If you are Black, Latino, Hispanic, watch Good Times and pay close attention. Watch Good Times. Good Times is in the backdrop of Nixon price controls, peak oil, inflation. The coming layoffs is going to happen. I'm not trying to put this on. This is going to happen. With fertilizer, wheat, things going on, supply chains, another sanitary outbreak, worker shortages. This is not if it's going to happen, it's when. It's late already. And the third thing, if you are vanilla, European, watch Roseanne, because you will soon live like Dan and Roseanne Connor, up to including when the point that they left, because money and being together got so fucking unbearable. I'm giving y'all that game. Financial things, it just repeats itself. Evidently, every 100 years or so, there's a reset. It's going to happen. You can't talk it away. You're not going to shame it away. You're not going to blame it away. You're not going to explain it away. You're not going to sing it away. It has already happened. Cryptocurrencies, which ones, who knows, whichever ones they pick, will be the thing of the future. And I challenge you to Google what I'm saying. Ma'am, if you're running a household by yourself and you ahead, and your mama, whoever, they got a house, y'all need to consolidate. Sir, don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. If you can get back to rule, I'm talking about you got a mama, she's 65, 70, she out the game, man, you better go move in and add on to the damn house. If they're a garage, you go refurb it, make it an apartment. You think I'm kidding, don't you? Mr. Big City, Mr. Big Spender, Mr. High Rent, Mr. Car Payment, Mr. Insurance. It's gonna hurt. With current inflation right now, the average person, me, solo, is costing me between $4,000 and $7,000 in the rural part of North Carolina I'm in. What is it costing you? Because I lived in Moreno Valley, California. I know Houston, Texas. I spent a lot of time up there in Elwood going over to Chicago. I know what it's costing you. I know South Florida. Speaking of South Florida, this is a graph I should have put in, but I'm going to tell you about it. Do you know there is rent inflation, average nationwide up 30-something%? Don't play these games with Walt Diddy. So what can we do? I never want to end the show. Let's go to the chat real quick, and I'll tell you what we're going to do, and then we can wrap things up, because I really appreciate the show. Nobody else knew came in. What can we do? It's all about location. To chocolate people, you might want to come back down south if you can. That's where we predominantly at. Don't let them fool you. Chocolate people down south. So many damn black people in South Carolina and Georgia, you can't go nowhere without seeing them. Anyway, rural America is going to be a friend. Sell, 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 sell. If you don't need it, sell it. If you can get your hands on protein in the can, get it. Just to have. You got to take care of your family. You got to think about you being in the times of Noah. That's what I'm doing right now. I got an ark. I'm telling y'all a damn flood coming. I don't have enough room on the ark for everybody. No. When it's time to leave, will I look back? Like Sodom and Gomorrah. Will not look back. Are you saying Walt Diddy, everything gonna collapse? No. Because even in the Great Depression, there was those that was doing better than others. That's always gonna be. The overwhelming majority of African Americans, black, ADOS, chocolate, vanilla, you put white trash, Latinos, you finna feel it. Layoffs are coming. You can only get so many containers, cartons, products on a truck. Those tractor trailers spend a lot of money. Most of the cost is in fuel. Those drivers going east-west are burning a lot of fuel. You burn more fuel, the heavier the load. That's why they got the max load capacities. I don't care if you're on your forklift at work, sir. The more you carry, you know the electric ones, you carrying heavier loads all day will go dead faster than you carrying lighter loads. You know that to be true. How do I know? I work my damn self up from loading the damn trucks to managing the people that load the trucks. I know this to be true. So it's something to think about. Spend less. Wants and needs, wants and needs. Walt Diddy really want to be dating a lot of women right now. Not bumping and grinding, but nope, can't afford it. Can't afford it. Been a while since I ain't been on a damn date. I want to, and I'm cheap. Right now, I ain't got no damn jaws. Hope I run into it at the grocery store. A lot of cucumbers, other bananas. I don't know what the hell to do. What you want me to do? What else can you do? Take a look at your outlook on life. Take a look at your outlook on life. Start pleasing yourself. And if you can please yourself a little more economical, I would suggest it. And the most important thing, everything that I showed you are from headlines, New York Post, Washington Post, these places, even Atlantic Black Star. So it's got to be true, chocolate people. Do your own research. Take a look at the new sanitation outbreak that is sure to rock this nation. Take a look at the countries with the yellow and blue flag and the one with the hammer and sickle. See what comes out of those places. Take a look at the flag with the hammer and sickle. They can easily feed themselves. Easily. Look at the country under them. They've been hoarding. They got 60% of the world's grain. Now, I told you I work in the bread industry. I'm thinking I'm going to be there for a little bit because you never know in this next sanitation outbreak, they'll call on us to make bread because we do it kosher. Most of our breads are kosher bread and it's very, very, very clean. You got to clean it anyway. Will they get rid of me tomorrow? It's possible. I'll survive. But something tells me, that's why I'm telling you to think about today, because, give us, Lord, our daily bread today, but be mindful of what's to come down the road, especially for your kids, your grandkids, yourself, your own well-being. We don't throw stones on this channel. I'm caught up in a male space. Thus, you probably don't know me because you over there listening to somebody talk about somebody else instead of these issues is going to affect his very own son that he loves so much. Right. Better do some damn research. So thank you everybody for coming by. Queen, all of y'all, Matt McKee, everybody came by. I appreciate that. If you watch on the replay, give me the opportunity. Hit that like button. If you find this entertainment, if you find it informative, share. And if you just like Walt Diddy and you want to be a part of the community, go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate it. You can also become a member, which will help me stream more. I got a day job. You notice I don't ask. I don't care about. If you want to donate, that's fine. It is what it is. But I do ask if you can hit the like button and share. It's better than a donation because this could help someone that's probably not aware of those articles that's right there. So when this go down, I can't say it. Dr. Red Pill or Wellington Pumpernickel over there. Wellington, you've been quiet. Wellington Pumpernickel, we can't say we wasn't told. So I'm wishing everybody a great, great coming week. I got to go to work in the morning, soon got to go to bed. Had a full day. Running errands on my 70-year-old mama. I mean, it just threw me off real, real bad. But got to do it. Got to do it for this reason. One, it's what I was made to do, me being a man. Two, got to be loyal to the family name. And three, hell, I mean, I never heard the end of it. She done fail out somewhere and be up there hungry or, Social Security don't go over so far. To hell with how I was raised. We done figured a lot of that out. We both was going through something, more so her. But Walt Diddy do what Walt Diddy's supposed to do. Wish you a great week. Let me leave with this last thing. I got some special inside of me. So that means you absolutely got a lot of special inside of you. It's time to let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out. Have yourself a great week. Be mindful of what we were talking about. And this is very important also. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I really, really appreciate it. And don't forget, you've been with that screenwriter, director, producer, Walt Diddy, who is saluting you. Thank you. Have a great, great week. Walt Diddy gone.
You give me something that I can give you here. Tell me what you're thinking. I need to know you're feeling. If you crush on me, you need to know my story. But don't get too close to me, 'cause I need my fantasy.